Did you know the moment you conceive, you're not just carrying a baby, you're carrying a whole story. Some of the fears, traumas, even patterns from generations ago can show up in your child. I won't let my child go through the same traumas that I went, so on and so forth. And yet, in small moments, we catch ourselves saying or reacting exactly like our mothers or grandmothers did. This isn't just emotional, it's biological and it's been proven. Just like trauma can leave an imprint, so can the healing. The womb listens, learns, and transmits. You are the author of the next chapter, and you can choose to write it differently. Did you know the moment you conceive, you're not just carrying a baby, you're carrying a whole story, the living bridge between past and the future. Modern science now validates what our grandparents always believed in. Unborn babies actually carry ancestral imprints, which means some of the fears, traumas, even patterns from generations ago can show up in your child. But here's the good news. You are not helpless. You have the power to break that cycle. And in this video, I'm going to take you step by step from psychology to science to ancient spiritual wisdom and then give you simple practices you can right now use in your pregnancy to create a healthier story for your child. So let's start. Let's begin with the psychology behind these patterns. Why patterns are formed and why patterns repeat. You know how sometimes we promise ourselves, I'll be a different mother than mine. I won't repeat the same mistakes. I won't let my child go through the same traumas that I went, so on and so forth. And yet, in small moments, we catch ourselves saying or reacting exactly like our mothers or grandmothers did. That's what psychology calls intergenerational transmission. Patterns flow down through families like invisible scripts. For example, if your mother grew up with scarcity, maybe always worrying about money, even if you're financially stable today, you might feel that anxiety sneak up during pregnancy. And without realizing, you could pass the same sense of fear to your baby. Attachment research shows this clearly. A mother's unresolved childhood stress or her prenatal stress can shape her baby's temperament. It can make babies more reactive, more anxious, or even prone to difficulty calming down later in life. So it's not your fault, but these are invisible family scripts. But unless we become aware and rewrite them, we are just handling the same script to the next generation like a baton handed over in a relay race. Now let's talk about the biology and the science behind these inherited experiences. This isn't just emotional, it's biological and it's been proven. We have all heard about DNA, right? But what about epigenetics? Think of epigenetics like sticky notes on your DNA. The notes don't change the words of the book, but they decide which page are highlighted, which ones are skipped. Studies prove this. Holocaust survivors, for example, were found to carry changes in stress-related genes, and shockingly, their children carried the same changes even though they never lived through the trauma themselves. Another study on Syrian refugee families showed that trauma left marks on the DNA patterns of grandmothers, mothers, and children, 3 generations, even though the mothers and children did not face that trauma. But here's the hopeful side. Just like trauma can leave an imprint, so can the healing. In animal studies, pregnant mothers who ate a nurturing, healthy diet passed healthier genetic expressions to their babies, even when their own mothers hadn't. Which means that even if the mother was not eating healthy food because she carried a healthy expression, healthy genetic expression, it was passed on to her kid. Similarly, your stress, your food, your emotions, they're not just for you. They are messages your baby is receiving every single day. And that means every conscious choice you make to heal also becomes your baby's inheritance. And let's now check the spirituality angle. And here's when it gets magical. Long before modern labs, our scriptures already spoke about this. In Garbha Sanskar, the ancient practice of conscious pregnancy, the womb is described as a sacred temple where ancestral blessings flow. The Mahabharata gave us such powerful stories. Remember Abhimanyu? He learned about battle formations while still inside his mother Subhadra's womb because she was listening to Arjuna and Krishna's conversation. Or take Parikshit. He was revived and blessed by Lord Krishna while still inside Uttara's womb. Even Hindu rituals like Shraddh honor three generations, acknowledging that the ties of the womb and lineage don't disappear after death. They still continue to influence. Upanishads tell us of sages who remember truths from inside the womb. The message is clear. The womb listens, learns, and transmits. Now, how to practically break this cycle? Let me give you 5 powerful but simple doable steps. Step number 1, self-awareness ritual. Every morning, place your hand on your belly, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, is this feeling really mine? Or does this feeling belong to my mother or grandmother? Write down whatever comes. Just naming the pattern already loosens it. Do it. It's very impactful. Step number 2, healing past wounds. If you carry old hurts, find safe ways to release them. Therapy, family, constellation work, journaling, or even writing unsent letters of forgiveness to your mother or grandmother. You don't have to literally send them these letters. Just writing is expressing and healing. Step number 3, definitely it is positive imprinting. Talk to your baby. Tell me, you are safe, you are loved, you are free from old patterns. Play gentle music, chant, or read scriptures aloud. Science shows that when you are calm yourself, your cortisol drops and your baby develops in a calmer, safer environment and feels that the world is ready to welcome them. Step number 4, nourishment. Food is medicine. Fill your plate with colorful vegetables, greens, omega-3 rich foods like walnuts and flax seeds. These support very healthy gene expression. Hydrate, stay restful. These simple choices have generational impact. Step number 5, very important step, community and support. Healing multiplies when shared. Surround yourself with calm, courageous people. Join conscious pregnancy circles. Talk to other mothers on the same journey. Energy is contagious. Let it be positive. So here's what I want you to remember. Your baby is not just your child. Your baby is the next chapter in your entire family story. When you heal yourself, you don't just heal you heal backward, your mother, your grandmother, and you heal forward, giving your baby a fresh, lighter path. Science confirms it, psychology explains it, and our spiritual texts celebrate it. You are the author of the next chapter, and you can choose to write it differently. This is Dr. Monica Singh signing off for now. Thank you. Goodbye.